Shoots may not be shooting, but birds still need feeding, and that food source needs protecting. Today, Paul is carrying out pest control over grass. Now, is that a crop? Yes, but it's not the one being seriously damaged by pest birds. That's 400 metres away as the crow flies.
Yeah, they're absolutely smashing this maize block, and you can see they're taking out the whole lot of the cobs. They just get up to the top, sit on the top of the plant and just absolutely strip it right all the way down. Major problem, especially this year with the price of corn and bits and pieces. The feed value in the gain crops is you know, great, but when they're getting hit so hard like the rooks this year, it's painful. That's today's fresh one today. Just get on there, strip it down through. Absolute nightmare. Well, they left me one. There you go. Look at that. Amazing.
Back to Paul's shooting setup on the pasture. This area will soon be used to gather up Paul's game birds. Of course, this year there will be more than usual, though his guided walked-up days have proved popular.
Because it's muddy up there, what we tend to do towards the end of the season, we feed the birds back down to this grass area, and we have a few sections there. We have a catching area here, so it's a lot easier to catch them. They're cleaner in the catches, but the problem is all the vermin is coming in and hammering all the hoppers and the feed rides. So yes, it's a bit of a long-winded way of saying about we're basically doing a bit of vermin control. Oh dear, oh dear.
In the end.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
So we could have a mixed bag then today.
Well, we'll start with the pigeons, because pigeons have been hitting it through here quite early, and then they disappear, and then the rooks and the crows are just tracking up there all day long, from the piggery on the far side up to the maize and feed ride and the hoppers at the top there. So we'll have these out to start with, and then we'll patch out some crow decoys later on. So fingers crossed that there should, with this wind here today, they should sort of like come from that direction, track up through the middle here, and they should be easy for the cameraman to see them.
Don't bank on it.
Yeah.
Don't bank on it.
That was a long way.
Paul's plan is to intercept pigeons and corvids as they head to the maize, and he's made a large enough hide to house a socially distanced shooter and cameraman.
Yeah, so it's an extra large hide. Had to have the sides higher, a bit more cover on the top because you've got more of an open space on the hide. So yeah, fingers crossed it'll work, and we'll give it a go.
Paul warms up with some pigeons. It's a promising start. Then he starts throwing a few crow calls in. Just in case you aren't aware, you cannot use electronic calls to attract birds when shooting in the UK. You can use a mouth call, or in Paul's case, release one of his impressive range of animal impersonations.
Go on, look through them then.
Alright, obviously I need the correspondence, so I need to hear the animal bird as well, but anyway, right, let's go for you then. So, crow. I'll get better in a minute when I've got a croaky voice. Pigeon, thank God for that. Have I actually got to do them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Very good.
Crow.
Yeah.
Canada.
Particular type of geese?
Canada.
All right. You do. Are you going to change it? What was that?
See? Goose in when they're like talking to each other.
Okay.
Scared that pigeon away with that call.
I thought it was a goose coming in. Dog. Not very good.
Buzzard. Teals.
Distress calls? That's not a distress call.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, they don't like that, do they? You do that when they come in.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know, I found out something new this year. The only actually female ducks make a noise.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh. All right then. Mr. Clever man. Here we go. Driven. Beautiful. Oh! Oh, nearly for the left and the right. Not quite though. Obviously muntjac.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to really hear that as well, because then when you hear it, you can repeat it back to them. Woo! Woo! Can't do it. Woo! Also, echo wood's really good, because it echoes through even better.
Will they react to that?
Yeah. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Can't do it very well.
That's quite high.
Well, that's female.
Oh, that's the... See, no one hears that.
I'll show you. That is the famous Chinese.
Yes, we tried to hear it the other week, didn't we?
Well, you'll hear it now, because if you were here earlier, you hear that?
Thankfully, his decoy pattern starts working
beautiful.
and saves him from a sore throat and the hide being inundated with stray dogs and feral cats. Now, as we know, Paul is expecting a mixed bag today, and to mix things up even more, David has brought along some of the shells we had left over from the big green shell test we did as part of Field Tester in the summer. Link in the description below. All of the shells have one or more green credential, so Paul is filling his boots at the cartridge pick and mix.
Yeah, luckily you bought me a little box of goodies. We got everything from here from Empire Strikes Back. Some special quad source seals. These are bio ammo. They've been quite good. Yeah, some other ones, VIPs, Eco Wads, and been using them. And then when it all goes wrong, go back to a few of the old favourites. I get the F Black Fiocchies in, and then this one I've been using this year for the high pheasants and that is Victory felt wad, 5s, 36 gram. Obviously it's a little bit heavy, but it does the job.
So we only found those this year?
Oh. Yeah, use Victory mini mags before. They're a good cartridge, but they're only in plaswad. They don't do them in felt wad. So these are basically equivalent cartridge, but in a felt wad, and they got a hair on the box. Maybe for hares, but they're good for high pheasants, tall pheasants. Fold them out of the sky. A little bit punchy, but not as bad as some of the other shells. No, I like them. They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, really. Yeah, value for money. Fantastic.
You're not sponsored by Victory, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not sponsored by any cartridges. I just use everything and anything. VIP Pro Steel Eco 32 gram 3s. Interesting. They smell papery. They're the jokers. Oh! Yeah?
The slow-mo shots are great for showing just how the shot string works and arcs into the bird, or behind it, but not often. And he has all sorts of long and short-range birds, some of them too close for what should be a high bird shell. It's been a fun few hours picking away at the pigeons and corvids. All that remains is the clear up.
Right, Mr. Childerley, we're calling it a day. How do you feel it went?
It's quite good actually. Because obviously this is like a stop off for them, for the main area. So they weren't coming in and suicidal, making it easy shooting. So it was tough shooting, a lot of long crosses, nothing driven, which is a shame. Quite like a few driven pigeons. And then they're also flipping between the crows, a few carrions and the jackdaws and rooks, flipping between them, floating and hovering. So these pigeons that are coming across fast, trying to get up to the top. So shooting was pretty average. That was quite good. That was alright, to be fair. Yeah, it was good. Interested with the cartridges as well, just flipping between cartridges. Again, it's quite difficult doing that, but hey, it's quite nice to try a few different cartridges out. I do like these. These are the winners for today. Oh. Yeah, I mean, they're brilliant. Really shooting them out of distance. Green. Kept them off. Hopefully these rooks and that will push back now to the piggery over the back far side there now. I won't come back for a little while. I'll have some grain left for the birds.
For more information about Paul's Shooter King Adventum or the multiple cartridge brands used during the day, the links are in the description below.